watching A Plus Destination.
Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore. Opening 3 minutes of this 10-round fight. Teddy, what a thrill it is for us to be seated ringside tonight for this. Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier, two trains colliding.
Yeah, two trains, and one is a little bit bigger than the other train. Tyson a little bit bigger, a little bit faster, and you worry a little bit if you're back of Frazier, if he can handle, at least early on, that size, that strength, that speed.
Tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Wow! Mike Tyson stunned, and he is hurt. Teddy, what does he need to do right here? He has no balance. His legs aren't underneath him.
Well, you know he can't move because he's going to fall on his own, or the referee's going to stop it. So believe it or not, he's either got to grab or he's got to stand on the rope, stay right in front of the guy, and move his head to make a miss. He can't use his legs.
He was damaged moments ago, but now he's got his feet back underneath him. Well off the mark by Frazier. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Joe Frazier's probably feeling like he just found the answer there, Teddy. He was able to stun his man. Now, I'm wondering if he keeps at it like that, if he could score a knockdown here.
Well, right now it's up to his opponent to make an adjustment. He doesn't make an adjustment, knockout's coming, or at least a knockdown.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
What do you think is most misunderstood about the heavyweight division?
I think it's human nature for people to see these big Goliaths, that they start to think that, hey, they're more sure of themselves, that these guys have more of an abundance of security about themselves, about confidence. And really, it's the opposite. In some ways, these big giants, they're really unsure of themselves because they know they can do damage. They're also worried about damage being done to them.
Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. He went for broke. Big shot, but he missed by Mike Tyson. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Finish with your hook. Move your feet.
A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Tyson. Protecting his head well with his guard. Joe Frazier's proving to be elusive. Mike Tyson. Oh! Mike Tyson's in bad shape. Parries that punch intended for the head. Blocks the headshot. Oh, what an exchange! See the defensive guard of Joe Frazier there. Joe Frazier's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Oh, he is clearly stunned. He just took a barrage of punches. Well, Mike Tyson has not faced much adversity in his early career, but now a bit of a challenge, as you can see the swelling.
And a swollen eye on anybody, especially on somebody like Tyson, it can shrink your confidence. I wonder if that's what's happening right now to Tyson.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101. Counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
That was not well targeted by Frazier. What a fight. What a great non-stop action fight this has been. Oh, Mike Tyson's in a bad place right now. He was tagged. Right there on the inside, Joe Frazier's being very effective. Teddy, the influences in the corner of Joe Frazier, Yank Durham and Eddie Futch, what effect have they had on him?
The effect that both guys are the same kind of guys. Reliable, dependable guys, guys you can trust, guys you can move forward in your career with and not miss a step.
And guys that align well with Frazier's style?
Yeah, they understand what his strengths are, and they feed into them.
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch. by a superb hook to the head. Joe Frazier's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye, on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. Oh, they both land flush with uppercuts. Joe Frazier's doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations. He's not getting off.
He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Mike Tyson. Tyson's just not able to do what he wants to do right now. He seems like he's just been in a funk since he got tagged earlier.
Well, you heard the saying, you know, having bats in your belfry. Well, he's got some birds chirping a little bit in his head right now, making those tunes, and a fighter doesn't need those.
Mike Tyson's back in his corner after that last round comes to an end. A round that I think he won, and we haven't said that about previous rounds, but that one clearly I think he won.
Yeah, he made some adjustments. You know, his attitude is a little bit better. He's more aggressive. But, you know, you could be more aggressive and you can lose the rounds even bigger, because now you're walking into more punches. He's making adjustments. He's starting to move his head a little bit. He's starting to pick up certain opportunities from counters. He's starting to look like a smarter fighter now.
What a good counterpunch by Frazier. Well, I think a lot of people probably didn't expect this out of him, but I like the way he looks on the outside.
He's an inside man, but guess what? He's got an outside touch.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Joe Frazier. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Frazier. Joe Frazier's fully committed to the hooks on the inside. If you're his opponent, what should you be thinking about doing here?
Weave, bend your knees, get underneath one of those, and bang, there's an opening. Catch him, turn it around.
Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Tyson. Joe Frazier, just 20 years old when he went to Tokyo and took that Olympic gold medal in the heavyweight division. And if you ever want momentum coming into the pro ranks, win yourself a heavyweight Olympic gold.
Yeah, it gives you momentum in a lot of areas. People talking about you, people talking about giving you more money than they would have normally when you're turning pro, and the confidence, great confidence.
Here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it?
One, two, three.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Joe Frazier's doing it just the way he wants to do it, and that last round kind of sums up the whole fight. In complete control, he's up on the scorecards, heading towards another victory.
And he's up on my scorecard. Now he just has to be careful that he doesn't get careless, he doesn't get reckless.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Blocks the headshot. Wow! Mike Tyson's been stunned. Unable to steady himself right now after being stunned. You can see the work on the inside from Smoking Joe Frazier. He's just keeping busy, letting those punches go. Joe Frazier showing us that if he pulls this trigger, he's hitting that target. His accuracy is great.
Well, that's part of his ability. You know, I mean, it's not just his hand speed and that he's technically good. You know, he's got a little bit of pop, but he knows when to throw. See, that's important, Joe. Knowing when to let the hands go. He knows exactly what time it is.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Joe Frazier's doing an extraordinary job of never giving his opponent the chance to get back in this fight. Just like we saw in that last round there, he's way up on your scorecard.
Yeah, I have way up, and more importantly, you touched on it. It's the kind of fight he wants. You know, it's in his element. It's sort of in his pool, so to speak, his waters. You know, it's an outside fight. It's a jabbing fight, everything he likes.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here. There it is! Mike Tyson! And for the second time tonight, he goes down.
One, two, three, four, five.
So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. And Tyson with a block punch. Every gym's got one of those double-ended bags, right? They give you the movement. You got to hit that moving target, work on your accuracy. He's making it so that his opponent never had to work on one, Teddy. He's just sitting right there, right in front. No head movement whatsoever.
No, not at all. He didn't have one in his gym, that's for sure, because he just does not know how to move his head. The old timers would say he gets insulted if you miss him.
Gives one. Good work by Joe Frazier. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Mike Tyson. Joe Frazier's in complete control. Teddy, way ahead on the scorecards every which way, isn't he?
Yeah, every which way, and especially the most important way, I think, is that the fight is in his kind of pace. It's a fast-paced fight. It's an outside fight. It's exactly what he wants, not only to be ahead, which we think he is, but to stay ahead.
rid of that effort. Takes one to give one. Uppercut in return. Good block by Frazier. Well off the mark by Frazier. Look at that. No doubt about it, he's hurt. That series of punches just got to him.
You know, right now he needs to go into that old deep.
Oh, and there you go. And Joe Frazier's almost on. Holy cow. And Joe Frazier's dealing with a knockdown now. He's got to find something within himself now to fight back.
One, two, three.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
He covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Mike Tyson blocking that punch. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Mike Tyson. Joe Frazier's now in a spot that many fighters have faced numerous times, and that is, how do you deal with seeing your own blood and knowing that you have incurred some serious damage? Look at that cut around the eye.
No, for a fighter to be able to move to the top, he's got to be tested in a lot of areas. Sometimes the test comes when he's hurt. He's hit on the chin. He's dropped for the first time. Sometimes the test comes when you drop the other guy and he gets up and he comes at you. And sometimes the test comes in the form of a cut. When you see your first blood, when you see it, that it's your blood, how do you behave? We're going to find out right now.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Joe Frazier. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Joe Frazier starting to bleed from the nose. His corner should be wary of that. Well, which way did it go? That is the question everybody wants the answer to. The man with the answer is standing in the ring, and here he is. Joe Frazier's your winner by unanimous decision tonight.
I'm not so